Hello, I'm Joe, and I am the president of Northern Lights.
What's in store for the group this year?
This year, we're as busy as ever. We've got a lot in store. The highlight of our year is going to be the ICCAs, or the International Competition of Collegiate Cappella. Yes, the Pitch Perfect competition is real, and we do it. We've been national champions the last 2 years in a row, and we're looking forward to going back and try to reclaim our crown. But other than that, we've got a lot still going on, doing plenty of gigs, looking forward to Edinburgh Fringe as well.
Tell me a bit about Northern Lights as a group.
So Northern Lights is Durham's competitive a cappella group, made up of 15 talented and passionate performers who love to sing and love to sing together.
It's such a rare thing to have so many talented, really talented musicians in the same room, working on the same goal, and you just kind of progress so much and develop so much, even individually. And I feel the biggest thing that that it means to me and that I've taken from it is that my own ability as a singer and as a musician has grown immensely just by being in Northern Lights.
What has Northern Lights been like for you so far? It's been so much fun. I really can't explain the kind of how quickly you become a group. It's just, you spend so much time with these people and in such a short amount of time, you can do so much in terms of the singing, but also in terms of being a group. It's so much fun.
Everybody's so nice. It was really daunting just because I've never done anything like this. I've never kind of had to be in a group doing music. I've always done my stuff on my own.
Northern Lights has been truly the highlight of my university experience. I joined when I was a fresher, and it was so nice to kind of immediately have a group of friends.
What's been your favourite moment with the group so far?
We just recently performed at Leeds in a kind of showcase of Northern a cappella, and that was the first time we performed as a group, and it was so much fun to be on stage performing with all your friends. You know what's going on. It's just, we did a 70s mashup, and it was such high energy and such it was so much fun.
I have to be cliche and say our New York trips specifically, both times actually we've gone up to a kind of skyscraper building. So in my first year it was the Rockefeller, and then last year it was the Empire State, and we sang a little bit of our set up there, and that was such a magical moment.
I'm really, really excited to do some of the really bigger competitions. It's kind of a really, really massive event, the ICCAs that happen in the UK, but also in New York. And Northern Lights have been to New York twice in the last 2 years. So pressure is high, but also it will be hopefully amazing if we get there, and amazing to perform in those bigger shows.
What would a third national win mean to you?
Everything. Truly everything. There's been no group ever from the UK who's gone 3 times in a row. We're the first mixed group to go 2 times in a row. So to put Northern Lights into the history book, especially kind of as president, would be particularly special to me, and also so special for everyone in the group, whether they've been in it for 3, 2 or 1 years. It would truly be incredible for us and for the uni as well.
It would mean a lot. We've competed for many years now, and then in the last 2 years we've been quite successful, and we've won the championship, the national championship, and represented the UK in New York. And we're competing again, so we're hoping to be as competitive as possible this year. It would mean just the world to win 3 times. It's been done a few times, but in the UK I think it's relatively rare, and it would really cement our position in UK a cappella. It'd be incredible.
Talk us through what goes into making a competitive a cappella piece.
Okay, so it starts with a vision. More often than not, that will come from our wonderful music director. And from there, this year it's Armin. He'll come up with an arrangement, workshop it, see how it fits on the voices, and then we'll basically just start working on it musically. And then after that, we'll start working on it choreographically as well, finding steps and movements that are appropriate for the song. And that basically just show us having fun and doing our thing on stage. And from there, it just becomes a thing of what the intentions are, where we can draw out certain bits of the music, and really just drilling it until it's the best version of the song that it can be.
it's quite tricky sometimes in terms of finding the right song. It can be a case of kind of listening to a lot of different kind of songs and seeing what inspires you, and from that taking kind of bits of it. You don't necessarily have to, and I know I certainly don't take the whole thing and just write it out. It's often a case of taking bits of it and writing new parts and listening to other arrangements that I really like and think, oh, I can steal something from that and whack that in and that kind of thing. But yeah.
What's your favourite part of the rehearsal process?
I love when we sing a song that we've been rehearsing and it kind of hasn't been going well, and it finally clicks into place and everyone kind of locks in together into the tuning and it just becomes really cohesive. That's my favourite thing.
I love it when everything comes together. I think my favourite thing of last year was the moment when everyone had the look in their eyes where we knew that, oh, we actually could win this. And it's the moment where everything comes together. You realise that the arrangement's great, everyone's sounding fantastic, the choreography's there, and everyone just gets that little glint in their eyes where they're like, we're pretty good, so we can do this.
What does a typical Northern Lights rehearsal look like?
So typically we spend about 2.5 hours twice a week, so 5 hours a week. And mainly we cover music to begin with. And for bigger shows, we have choreo as well. So it's a case of going through the music, bar by bar, part by part, taking it all apart and then putting it all back together. And eventually, after we've got the music down, we have a look at choreo and really look at putting a whole show together and not just individual songs in isolation. And then altogether, we get our 45-minute hour show.
What is one piece of advice you would give to someone looking to join Northern Lights?
I think being confident but also prepared in auditions, and they kind of tie into each other. When you're prepared and you know what you're doing in an audition, you can do everything that you've learned with confidence. And the other thing is, if you're auditioning for Northern Lights, you will be a good singer. People don't come in that can't sing, so just be confident in yourself that you can do it.
Definitely try. It is super, super competitive, so don't be disheartened if you don't get in. You're probably still crazy at singing because everybody here is so, so good. But definitely try. It's so, so worth it, and you'll have a great time.
What does Northern Lights mean to you?
Northern Lights means a lot. I mean, I came to Durham having never done a cappella whatsoever. My only knowledge of it was from the Pitch Perfect films. But having come, it's literally kind of overtaken my life. It's all I think about all the time. I love it. And more than anything, it's not just because everyone's super passionate and drives each other, but just because of the vibes in the group and the people.
It's a group of people that are always there for each other. And I know it sounds like that's not true, and it sounds pretty cringe, but it truly has been my whole experience. They are a group of my closest friends who have been with me through all my highs and lows of university.
It's so freeing to be in a group of people that all care about the same thing as much as you do. Like, it's so important to be surrounded by people who are on the same wavelength, who all just, have this mutual respect for what you're doing and for each other.
Describe Northern Lights in one word.
Joyful, because that's truly what it is.
Brilliant.
Teal.
Energy.
And fun.
And finally, could you give us a sample of some of your beatboxing?
Thank you so much. That was so wow.
I'm Hannah, and I'm here with some Northern Lights newcomers. Can you tell us a bit about Northern Lights?
Yeah, we're just a fun group of people who love making music together.
Northern Lights is Durham University's primary a cappella group. We are the competitive a cappella group made up of 15 members from all kinds of degree disciplines, not just music students. We just create this amazing sound on stage with just our voices, and yes, it is completely real life pitch perfect.
What are you most excited for this year?
I mean, it has to be ICC.
ICCA's,
Yeah.
the big leagues, yeah.
What has been your favourite moment with Northern Lights so far?
Has to be going to snack, really.
You know, getting up on stage with these people is just a joy. I mean, it's so fun to rehearse with everybody, but once you get up on that stage, it's just incredible.
What goes on behind the scenes of Northern Lights?
So much. Oh my god. From vocals to choreo to just working on individual presentation to confidence things. So much like training.
If Northern Lights had a theme song, what would it be?
You know, the Friends theme song.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably that.
We are currently learning one of Northern Lights' anthems. It is an arrangement which dates back to 2015, 2016, so years and years ago. It is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. I think there's a lot of nostalgia in that arrangement for many of us, and so learning it again and harking back to those older years, I really like seeing the older members of the group and trying to carry on what they made with Northern Lights is something really special to us.
Can you give us a sample of one of your favourite pieces? What's been your favourite moment with the group so far?
Probably New York. We won the national championships and then flew off to America to represent the UK and Durham University at the New York ICCA finals.
And what are your hopes for the group this year?
Just to kind of really keep building on everything that we've done and just like keep the legacy going and just kind of, it's not really ever like, oh, we want to top from the year before. It's we want to build upon and we want to just make sure that like, even as like alumni, like they are still proud of like what we're doing and that we feel like we're really representing the Northern Lights name like properly and what it really should be. So yeah.